and welcome all of you to my YouTube channel, Animals and Pets with Partha. Today I'm going to talk to you about social media groups that are selling animals and livestock. Well, I also started a group called Animals and Pets with Partha. This was with the intention of building a platform for animal lovers to come and discuss. Well, then of course we saw a lot of advertising of animals and pets coming in, and I thought it's okay. Well, that's it gives a lot of sort of generates a lot of interest among the people who are in the group. That they get all sorts of animals offered to them on this group, and I was hoping that these animals would be coming from only good breeding and quality stock. Then I also explored all the other groups, the similar type of groups, not really similar, maybe with a different idea. But then they're all free groups, there are plenty of WhatsApp groups that advertise animals and livestock and birds and things like that are offered for sale all the time. And you will find that, people advertising in these groups, they also advertise in another group, they also advertise the same things in another group. So if there are access to 5 groups or 6 groups, they will advertise their stock in every group. And all these animals mostly are being marketed only by brokers, only by traders. There are hardly any breeders who are directly coming forward and offering their animals. And what pains me is none of these dogs, most of these dogs don't have any sort of papers or documentation, which is so very disheartening and so very damaging for the animal world. Well, any ingredient, today if you buy a packet of even 10 rupees worth of food, you will find in that packet everything is written there, what it contains, how it was manufactured, means what went into producing that product. Well, in the case of animals, you don't know who is the breeder, what disease, what defects, what background they come from. They have no registration, they have no records. The sellers are not recorded, the buyers do not question it. A lot of them, they have just become used to that when you buy animals, that's the only thing, you don't get any papers for it. And then the people who are responsible for giving those papers, who actually started off by in a very humble manner, they showed a lot of honesty in their endeavor. But then what finally they became commercial, and they started selling a piece of paper for thousands of rupees. And what happens is most people just shut their eyes and they do not care for papers anymore. So what has come to means the situation that now prevails is majority of these animals have no papers at all, which is and it reflects on the animals. And you see most of these dogs are pathetic. The dogs and the breeds that are offered, they are all because the traders are not really bothered. The moment they palm off an animal to the hands of the new owner, the responsibility ceases there. And even if you come back and try to return the animal or bird or whatever, they will just disown it and they'll say, we're not taking back, livestock cannot be returned. So this is where I am saying, responsible breeders, they first of all try and make sure that whether their animal is going to an animal loving family, because their breeding is they're passionate about their breeding, because they've toiled, they've worked hard, they've spent sleepless nights trying to rear up a litter of animals, maybe a litter of dogs, a litter of cats or whatever. So after all that, first of all, to get this correct bloodline and then try to match the bloodline, go to the right people, request them, and then go through all the hassles of getting 2 animals to breed, and then finally the great day comes when the litter is born, and they have on ground, they have some beautiful puppies. And then, of course, they would like to know where their puppies go. But here in India, it's a total disaster. You see in the dog shows, it's all cooked up. The syndicate has taught everybody that they get in dogs with handlers, and especially, they get some ladies bringing in dogs, and most of these dogs are all on contract. They come here for a few shows or, maybe a season, and then they just show the dogs and take them back. It's got nothing to do. It doesn't improve the breed. It doesn't give the dog game anything. But then these organizers are benefiting. Actually, the moment you are an organizer, you will get people who will say, well, you just organize a show and we're going to pay you for all your expenses. And then we will get you the judges, and just forget about it. We're going to spend their air ticket is ours. We pay for the hospitality and everything. And over and above, we give you a donation to run that show. So this is what has happened. Now this group that I am talking about, Animals and Pets with Partha, now I have come to a decision which I have been trying to announce it for some time now, that anybody who wishes to advertise in this group, which is of course free, that means there's never going to be a charge for anybody offering a good livestock for sale, but I only demand that animal must have a proper documentation. The breeder or the seller must own it, must own the responsibility of giving this animal to a prospective buyer. And the buyer also must insist on a paper, which is very important. And it doesn't matter. It's only people who are going from advertising in 3-4 groups. Well, it'll be just one group less where they're going to put the same picture on. Because they just click on different groups, and you just send all your the same animals are advertised in all the different groups. Now people who are really interested to buy just anything and are very happy with what is happening in the state of affairs, and they're not even interested to know whether the dog the parents of the dogs had bad temperament or had hereditary defects which are passed on to the easily passed on to their offsprings. And then you buy the offspring and you start going to the doctors, veterinary doctors, and then go through all the tests and everything, and then finally it's a disaster. So if you're happy with that, please go ahead and buy animals without any documentation. But in this group, Animals and Pets with Partha, this WhatsApp group, from the 1st of April, we will insist that only animals which will include a registration certificate, then that only can be advertised here. And in case you don't have a registration from any recognized or any organization like the United Kennel Club or the CAT or whatever, then the Indian National Kennel Club or other, even the Polybase portal for the birds, you have to have a registration. If you do not have, then please go into the online registration animalworldregistry.com portal, and you can register any animal, horse, bird, whatever you have for sale, and you put in all the required, fill up all the required fields, and then just a minimum charge of 99 rupees, which is the cheapest, I think, as far as registrations are concerned. So you get a proper paper instantly downloaded onto your system, whether your mobile, handset, or your laptop or desktop, and then you can have a printout, and at least the person selling it, he puts all his details in it, and then details of the parents of the animal being offered, and the person who buys it also can follow up and things like that. So with this, I will conclude my episode today. But the registration of all animals and birds is very essential because every whatever goes into this breeding must be documented for further breeding, for healthy breeding of animals and birds in this country. Thank you and Please subscribe to my channel. I'll keep on uploading, informative videos, which will spread awareness about animals and birds to the animal loving fraternity of this country. Thank you. Bye bye.